Mhm. Hello and welcome to another live. And I am Leo. You're on my page, Leo the Lion. And today we're waiting for Mariah because we're about to start our Bible study a little early. A little early. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Um, let's see. Okay. This is exciting. This is exciting. We're waiting for her. Y'all like my makeup? I did a little something today.
Hey,
Okay, it got
hey.
pretty. Hey, girl.
Hola.
Hey, hey, Duffy. I okay, so I know you. I just don't
Duffy Sunny.
remember if that's your real name. But how you doing, girl? Hey.
Hey. You a stranger from another mother, but
Hey.
hey.
I love the views. You know,
Yes,
it's the tree in the background for me.
yes.
Ooh,
Over there
you
looking like
know,
a wishbone.
for real.
Girl, I know you. I'm gonna forget about the last 5 seconds. I don't even know. Let's just
Don't
continue on.
overthink it, okay?
Okay, because we are doing we're doing a Bible study. My gosh.
See, you overthought it, Mariah. My mind didn't go there.
Let's
Yours
just
did.
stop then. Don't even it's time to pray.
I know. I know you can't help but go there. So you know,
No.
because I do be going
All
there.
right,
So
let's just shut that down. No, we're paying more attention to it. Um,
okay. So we're starting. We are doing our Bible study. We're in the book of Genesis, chapter 21 today.
yeah.
Yesterday we went through like a rundown of the last 20 chapters. Man, we had to stop and have some acknowledgement because it's been getting wild in this book. You know, I can personally say that there's some things happening in this Bible that, I don't know if I completely believe in, but I do know that I believe in the Lord and the Spirit. I could say that. But some of these things that's happening in the book, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we were just talking about that in the last video, guys.
Hmm.
Like, it's just a lot of just taboo things. That's the good word to use. Taboo things.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, Definitely will rewatch that last Bible study that we did, which will be uploaded probably within an hour after this live.
yeah.
Can't lie.
Which, by the way, you can find all our Bible
Yeah.
studies either on my page or Mariah's page,
Yep.
which is Mariah's Voyage.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go to our YouTube page, and there's a whole playlist on either her page or my page
Yeah.
of just the Bible study. So you can see all the Bible studies in the playlist.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to give a little bit more background, since we're diving into a new decade in this book,
Man.
just to give a little background on myself and Mariah. So I'm in Wisconsin. Mariah's in Arizona. And Mariah used to be here in Wisconsin with us. And,
She's a lie. I'm just playing.
she, she fled the nest,
I
but it's
fled it.
okay.
I fled it all the way. Went nearly the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's okay. We late blooming, but we gonna get over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Mariah have been friends for I don't even know. It's been like what 4 or 5 years now. Gotta be.
It's longer than 5 years, girl. Because yeah, I don't
I
remember
think
how old I was at that job we
I
met.
think since 2018.
Okay, so probably like 7 years then.
That's 7 years.
Girl. Like I've been out here for nearly 3 years already.
That's
So you got mad.
that's 5 years. That's 5 years, girl.
And
You
then I
gotta
worked
give it.
at, I worked at that sales job for like 2 years.
Um,
So it's up there,
yeah,
baby. It's up there.
something like
She
that.
ain't trying to claim that energy, y'all. I don't like it. I know her all her life. Okay? That's all you need to know.
Well, we've known each other for that X amount of time, but we've our souls known each other for more than generations
Yeah.
past. You know, that's my soul sister. So yeah, yeah. But let me go. So if anybody wants to follow along, Mariah's got an actual physical Bible. So pull out your physical Bible if you got it.
So,
I'm using
English
a Bible
Standard
app.
Version.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm gonna use the Bible app, and like she said, we're reading the English Standard Version. So let me get to the Genesis chapter 21. Let's
21.
get this started. The birth of Isaac.
On that note, the breeze came in strong.
That's because Isaac is such a special name.
Yes. Are you reading or am I?
You can read today, but I'll start with prayer.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, Divine Father and Mother, for hosting this space for us to come together and really dive deeper into you and learning who you are and learning your word and learning your values and learning your morals and the principles that you have for us to be able to live out in this physical world. Lord, I just pray that you continue to guide us away from demonic holds, demonic possessions, things that do not serve our highest good,
Mm.
and guide us closer to you um, through through whatever means necessary. Um, and Lord, I ask you today to use Mariah and myself to communicate with your people, to leave them with a word, an encouraging, uplifting, positive word, something that'll help them throughout their days, weeks, months, years, moving ahead. Um, and you got something, girlfriend?
Um, just a little more in detail when you were saying, uh, um, just I can't remember, but um, I want to pray that anybody who is getting distracted by the distractions in today's world, electronics, our day-to-day life, and the people around us as well, that you help everybody to stay on the path and stay with guidance and with intentions to do what they need to do that they may have been putting down in the back of their to-do list, as if it's not that important, but just bring some awareness that that thing that they've been not looking at and putting actions towards is probably the time to start taking those steps to get that task
Now is
that
the
done.
time. Amen.
Mm-hmm. In Jesus' name, yo. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just trying to affirm that now is the time.
Yeah.
Now is the time. Get to it.
Yes.
But okay, let's get to
It's
it.
easy because it's so easy to get distracted with everything that we tend to put what we know is good for ourselves, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually, put that in the back of the list. It's like we need to start making those a priority, like for
Oh,
real.
you're trying to turn this into a coaching session. Forget the Bible.
Girl, I can't lie. Shoot, all kind of things been heavy today. Today's been a lot of creativity, a
Hmm.
lot of unboxing of thoughts, like
Yeah.
putting it on paper, speaking it out loud. It's
Yes.
been good, so I am happy.
This week is
Can't complain.
blessed, and we only are in
Wednesday,
Tuesday of this week. So If we are already blessed in Tuesday, just imagine how blessed the rest of the week is. And on Saturday is a solar eclipse and a new moon. Get that in it.
Ooh,
Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it?
I hope I can see something, y'all. I feel it. There's some stuff shifting, guys, but I think a lot of people got to start, implementing good habits within themselves to really pay attention to that stuff as well. Like, how you supposed to know what's going on if you in a different type of mindset?
Yeah.
So keep yourself elevated, keep yourself uplifted, and keep having these positive thoughts and affirmations, guys.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Thank you for the positive words, Mariah.
Yes.
Thank you for being available for the Lord to use you.
Use me in a good way.
Yes.
Don't use me as a bad lesson. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. All right. Any other words you got? And then we're gonna get into it.
I'm ready when you are, girl.
All right. Let's get into it. Okay. So the birth of Isaac. The Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had promised. And Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the time which God had spoken to him. Abraham called the name of his son, who was born to him, whom Sarah bore him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac when he was 8 days old, as God had commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. And Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh over me. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would have nursed children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age.
Oh, so she finally lit. She happy. She just like full of joy that she finally had to get the chance to have a baby.
Yeah, so she had to go through that experience to be like, yeah, you know what? This was a good idea. This made sense after all.
But you know what it made me think of too? Like, I feel like, okay, going off of what we said, starting this off with like, some of these things that's happening in the Bible, I don't know. I feel like it's the principle of it, not the like the foundations of the story, but the principle. So the principle that I'm picking up on this is like, they're in old age, right? And this is something I heard. I can't remember who said this, but I want to say it was that Myron dude, but this is what it's reminding me of. They're in old age. It could have been Latoya too. I can't remember, but um, in order for Sharon to be able to have that child, see, she was waiting in expectation. She was sad all her life because she wasn't able to bear him a child. But now in her older age, that she was able to give birth to that child, she can't say that was nobody but the Lord,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because it's like my whole life I ain't been able to. We've been trying, but now that he's 100 years old, something, now I'm able to give birth finally. Who else could it be?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it sure wasn't me.
Hold on, let me take a sip of water.
That's a good idea. My water's all the way over there.
Ooh. Speak your intention to that water, y'all.
Yeah.
Water is the source. Water is the source, okay? If you don't know, now you know. Okay. See, I'm vibing. Y'all caught me at a good time. It's not the end of the day. All my energy's intact.
Yeah.
They like, who is this girl?
Come with the fire.
God protects Hagar and Ishmael. And the child grew and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. But Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, laughing. So she said to Abraham, cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be her here with my son Isaac. And the thing was very
Oh, what? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Maybe I should have just waited. But now she getting mad at the son of the other of at Abraham's other son.
okay. What I thought was interesting, what is she talking about? Born? You see how it's spelled weird? I don't know what that word means. Like, are they really talking about being born or something else? Because
Born? What are you talking about?
this sentence, number 9, but Sarah saw the son of Hagar and the Egyptian, whom she had born to Abraham, laughing. Like, I know she knows how to talk about she on born a son and was cracking up the whole time.
No, no, no. She's talking about no. So that's say that Sarah saw Abraham's other son, who was the son of that slave that they had, or the mistress. Her name's Hagar, the Egyptian mistress they had. So Sarah saw her son laughing at Sarah's son for being weaned, and she got mad about it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's just saying born to Abraham. So that's just saying that the slaves, pretty much saying Abraham's other baby. She saw Abraham's other baby laughing at her baby and got mad about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said to Abraham, cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not be here with my son Isaac. And the thing was very displeasing to Abraham on account of his son. But God said to Abraham, be not displeased because of the boy and because of your slave woman. Whatever Sarah says to you, do as she tells you, for through Isaac shall your offspring be named. And I will make a nation of the son of the slave woman also, because he is your offspring. So Abraham rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her shoulder along with the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba.
See, okay, so this is one of them other things where I'm like, so now it's like saying, now if out of context, that's like saying, okay, God's okay with, deadbeat dads. He literally told him to send his other son away. But then also something else I was thinking about was, okay, in the perspective of that other boy, you know, now he gets to look at, okay, my dad just birthed me, and my mom is a slave, and he's married to that woman, and they're old as heck, and now she finally got a baby, and oh, ha, 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 this special baby. But for some whatever reason, this baby is favored over me. And so my dad's going to choose his wife and his child with this wife over
Oh,
me.
over the slave woman.
Yeah. And now I got to go away and I don't get to have a dad.
I do think that's bogus. Like, I don't know how that's being allowed right now. Like, I feel like the Lord should be coming in and be like, no,
Yeah.
we can't do
Well, I guess like the only thing, well, it says that he's going to make him a whole nation because that's also his offspring. But it's like in the context of that being his offspring, and he don't know the conversation that Abraham had with the Lord. It's like looking out of context, it kind of looked bogus. Like, dang, you just gonna send me off like that?
Yeah, I think it's very bogus. Like, it's disrespectful. Because
Yeah.
it even just said, like, something.
I would just hope, I guess, in this context, that the Lord is able to develop a relationship with Abraham's other son that got sent off in a way
Yeah.
where maybe he can develop some understanding later on in life.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, how old is he at this age? He had his son when he was what, 70, and now he's 100.
Probably around there. I don't know how old he is exactly.
Wait, I don't remember how old he was. I think it was somewhere around 70 or 80 something.
Yeah. If I
And now he's 100.
guess, I guess I would say his 70. Ugh. I've been getting.
So he's either no, so he's a grown man at this point.
Yeah. Oh wait, you talking about the
Yeah,
son, or are you talking about?
the son.
Shoot. Mm.
Yeah, I can't remember how old he was when he had his son.
You would think they would like talk about that a little more.
They did. They talked about it because I remember. I think it. I think I think at 9 he might be a teenager because I feel like at 99 we said that when Abraham was 99 he was 13. I
Mm,
remember saying that, and so now he might be a teenager. He might just be 14.
okay, interesting. Well, let's continue on here and see what happened now that she's leaving. When the water in the skin was gone, she put the child under one of the bushes. Then she went and sat down opposite him a good way off, about the distance of a bow shot. For she said, "Let me not look on the death of the child." And as she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice and the boy, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, "What troubles you, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. Lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand, for I will make him into a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. And God was with the boy, and he grew up. He lived in the wilderness and became an expert with the bow. He lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him for the land of Egypt. Well, dang, that escalated quick. They don't rush in this book.
Oh,
Girl,
huh.
that was quick. It,
Well, but so then at least the boy has the hand of the Lord over his life.
yeah,
It's kind of unfortunate that he had to grow up in the wild, like Tarzan.
I was just
But
thinking
but he got the Lord's covering over his life. Like literally, that was a whole blessing right there. She thought they was about to perish.
that. Yeah,
She literally left that little boy off in the corner in some bushes because they ran out of water,
yeah,
like for the
yeah.
skin, and it was just like, don't want to see my son die. Please help me do something. I don't know what to do. And then
Yeah, that was
open her eyes, and there's a well of water right
that
there. Like, how does that work?
a blessing. Do you think maybe it was there all along and they just couldn't see it, or do you think that thing magically appeared?
I think that I, in my opinion, you know, it probably was there, but because they reached a point of devastation, she probably didn't see it.
Yeah,
She probably was in her mind like, I don't know what to do at this point. I've run out of bread. I've run out of water. I've got this son that I can't take care of. I don't got no money.
mm-hmm.
I don't got nowhere to
Yeah,
go, you know, and I'm kind of hopeless right now. Like, I don't know what to do. I think we're about to die. And I don't want to
yeah,
watch my son die because I can't take care of him. So I'm going to put him down right here. And I'm going to go across this way over here. And I'm not going to look. And I'm just going to cry to the Lord. And then when she did that, that's when the Lord was like, calm down, child. Everything gonna be all right. Your son is blessed. And
yeah.
then she opened her eyes and, oh, it's some water right there.
don't you find it funny how during like desperate times or after a season, if you ain't prayed for a while and then you pray during that time, because it's like, what else is there? Like, but your faith,
Yeah.
And it always comes back to that.
That makes me think of remember I was telling you I was talking with a Muslim man and
Yeah. You
that
said
makes me think of that analogy that he used with me. So if you are a person, like if I put you out on a boat, alone on a boat with nothing, and I send you out in the middle of the sea, and there's a storm, and it's late at night, and there's a bunch of sharks around you, what else are you gonna do but cry out to the Lord?
yeah.
You're in a situation where you out of hope. There's nothing you can do but cry out to the Lord. But there was something else. There was something else I wanted to say. I forgot.
um.
Oh, I think I was gonna say on that topic of in the moments. Look, so this is a little bit of coaching that we finna add up in here, right?
Okay.
In the moments where you know we've fallen down and we feel like we got no hope left, like this lady, this is a great example for this. Like there's nothing in my own power that I can do. It is so crucial in the moments not to give up. You see what she did? She didn't just give up and like, you know, leave them both for dead and just like kill them off. No, she left him there, but she then went off and cried for help to the Lord. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do in the moments where we ain't got nothing. We're supposed to cry out for the Lord and just be like, Lord, I don't know what to do. I don't have no nothing in my will that I can do. I need your help. I need your presence. I need
Yes.
you in this moment right now.
Hold
You
on,
know?
this line that's ringing in my head so loud is ask and you shall receive. If you don't
Yes.
ask, how the universe supposed to know? How's our creator supposed to know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
Ask,
real.
you shall receive.
And it's like in the moments it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be able to see in the moments that how you can go from nothing and then your miracle is right there in front of your face, which you would have never seen if you would have gave up at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But because you call on the Lord, he opened your eyes.
Yep.
Whoop, there it is.
Yep. That's the other thing too. Yep. Sometimes there's like filters or something clear as day, but because we're mentally probably in a bad place, we're not gonna see that. We're not
Yeah,
gonna see what we need to see. We're not gonna see the opportunity. We're not gonna see like we're just not gonna see it.
yeah. So with that, when you said that too, what it made me think of was like, that's like, she was talking about the skin was dry, which, I think about my skin is dry and there's no more water, then my body, internal body is probably dry too, which that creates brain fog. So all that, she's not thinking properly.
Yeah.
But the fact that she cried out to the Lord, that was like a clearing of something. Like you said, it removed that fog where you couldn't see and now you can see. It was like because she cried out, it cleared some stuff out and now things are different.
Yeah.
The beauty.
Yes. Mm. I just look down at my shoes. I'm always barefoot, and these little fire ants are crawling
Uh
all over my little shoes, girl.
oh,
Give me a heart
girl.
attack.
Uh
Yeah, I
oh.
gotta stop putting that cocoa oil on me.
Yeah, be careful with them shoes, girl.
That
You talk about getting bit up. Them things is no joke. Trust me.
girl.
Trust me, you do not want to get bit up. You are gonna leave this life early.
Ooh, help me! Let it rain on
You gonna be
me.
crying.
No, it's funny because I put coconut oil on me, girl, and they be in love with that cocoa. They be in love with it.
Yeah, I
I gotta
bet.
be careful out there. I'm putting my feet on this bench. It's okay.
Yeah, girl.
They're
I
there
tell
for.
you, don't mess with them fire ants.
I'm still trying to figure out what their purpose is. Them fire ants, but
True. Whatever the purpose is, I know I learned my lesson.
ooh, Okay. Where we at? Okay.
So we're at 22, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
A treaty with ambulance. Okay.
I
I
think
was
that's
just
a
trying to
B.
think of a different way to pronounce it because over here looking like sound like ambulance.
Oh, well, yesterday I said a Beamelech.
Oh, Abimelech. Okay, let's go with Abimelech. That sounds better. At the time, Abimelech in Fecal, the commander of his army,
Ew.
said to Abraham,
I'm sorry, his name was off-putting.
"Oh my gosh! Um, now therefore, swear to me here by God that
Wait,
you will not deal."
did
Did
you
I skip a line?
wait? Oh, I think I got confused. So you said that.
At that time, Abimelech in Fecal, the commander of his army, said to Abraham, "God is with you in all that you do. Now therefore swear to me here by God that you will not deal falsely with me, or my descendants, or my posterity, but as I have dealt kindly with you, so you will deal with me and with the land where you have sojourned." And Abraham said, "I will swear." I know that's right. Hold on. You
Hmm.
gonna make me a promise before we get started here. Okay? That,
Yeah,
okay, that's a conscious person right there. He's like, I'm not playing no game. I need this commitment from you. I like it.
yeah, yeah. Like that's like a verbal contract right there.
Yeah, for real.
Hmm.
Yeah, like and with the creator. So you make a contract with the creator, with yourself, and with me. Okay? You're committed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um when Abraham reproved Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized, Abimelech said, "I do not know who has done this thing. You did not tell me. I have not heard of it until today." So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a covenant. Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of flock apart, and Abimelech said to Abraham, "What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs that you have set apart?" He said, "These 7 ewe lambs you will take from my hand, that this may be a witness for me that I dug this well." Therefore, that place was called Beersheba, because where both of them swore an oath. So they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, rose up and returned to the land of the Philistines. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned many days in the land of the Philistines. So, are they explaining like once that man grew up in the forest, he's explaining like the things that are going on in there, or I'm a little confused.
I'm a little confused too, but I don't think that they're not talking about Abraham's son at all. This they're talking about Abraham.
Oh, is it
So
because they're talking about that whale that they had seen when they went into that forest when she thought her son was going to die?
is it the same well though, Mariah?
Oh,
Let me see. When
no,
Abraham
the
reproved.
Beersheba is the place that they were at with that whale. They called it the Beersheba. Hold on. All right. Well, I'm not 100% sure.
Um.
Oh, yeah, they wandered into the wilderness of Beersheba. So they were in that wilderness, and it was called Beersheba. And they're talking about a whale, but I
Oh.
mean, there could be another whale.
Wait. Where did you see that?
That's on verse.
Oh.
That's on verse
I see it.
14, I think. Yeah, 14.
And she departed and wandered into the wilderness of Beersheba.
And it's got to be the symbolism because I don't think they would bring up a whole new whale.
a well of water in his house.
And honestly, what I was thinking about is, I'm like, is this like what I was seeing? Either this is after they found the whale, or this is before they found the whale. How I'm thinking about this, it's like a history of what happened at this whale. Is how I'm kind of looking at this,
Yeah.
but I don't know which is which.
So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if because it told us
Oh,
about hmm,
I know now. They're explaining how that whale got there. That's
oh,
what they're doing.
okay.
That's what they're doing.
Interesting.
Because he said, I dug this well.
Huh. So it's interesting why they would say that they would explain how the well got there after they explained what happened with the lady and her son.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like if if they would explain it after that situation, then it must be like they ran into that well, and then Abraham must have blessed it after he ran into the well, but it was already blessed. So it was like Abraham put that well there, and then when that lady was about to give up on hope, it's like Abraham still taking care of his son
Mm, yeah.
in an indirect way. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I ain't gonna lie, I did get confused at this last little part.
Oh,
Are you good, girl?
yeah. You know how I am when I see a bunch of little insects all in one place.
I mean, you said red ants. I think you should get out of there.
No, they're not on me. No. But so was that the end of that chapter?
Yeah, that's the end of 21.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Well, chapter 22 ain't that long.
We can get into it. You
Okay.
want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The sacrifice of Isaac. Dang. Okay. After these things, God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. He said, Take your son, uh, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Moriah? Mariah.
Mariah.
Okay. He said, okay, let me read that again. He said, Abraham, here I am. Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you. So Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, and took two of his young men with him, and his son Isaac, and he cut the wood for the burnt offering, and arose and went to the place of which God had told him. On the third day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from afar. Then Abraham said to his young men, Stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship and come again to you. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife. So they went both wait. So they went both of them together. And Isaac said to his father Abraham, My father. And he said, Here I am, my son. And he said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where's the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together. When they came to the place of which God had told Abraham, told him, Abraham built the altar there and laid the wood in order to bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar on top of the wood. Then Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. But the angel of the Lord called to
Oh,
him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, Here I am. And
just
he said,
go ahead.
huh?
No, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
And he said, Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God. See, you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And
Okay, hold
Abraham
on.
lived. Huh?
This was crazy. Are we not understanding what's going on right now?
No,
I just thought we was reading a scary movie because I just got the jitters. Okay. When you re-look at this video, I heard somebody in the background and got terrified because I was so deep into this. No, he did not just lay his son on there and was about to sacrifice his son.
because the Lord told him to. Yeah.
Oh, that's my. I don't know about that. See, that made me feel like some dark. That's some dark influence. Like, I don't think that was hit God, the Creator, speaking to him.
I don't think so either, for
Like,
the simple fact that he said, Take your son, your only son. And he don't only have one son. He got two. He has two sons. But
yeah.
he was gonna do it anyways because the Lord told him to.
So now this whole thing got me thinking, like, taking everything that they're saying about the Lord with a grain of salt now, because now I'm realizing it could be good or bad. So they could be thinking the Lord is speaking to them, but it's not. It could be
Well,
darkness.
I don't know
I
if
don't
it
know.
was the Lord or not. See, that's where it's confusing because the angels come up to him and they say, well, now we know that you fear the Lord. Pretty much it was a test to see if he was going to do it or not.
And was he like what was happening? Did he say he was ready to do it? Was he not, or did he stop thinking?
He wasn't going to hesitate.
Yeah.
He took, when he heard that, go sacrifice your son on this mountain, he gathered that stuff immediately and his people immediately. And he lied to his son, talking about, oh, he's gonna provide the
So
donkey. No, you're the donkey,
yeah,
Lord.
or the lamb.
Yeah.
So who was having the? What is these angels talking about? Who had the hesitation, Lord? Who was they saying talking about?
What are you talking about?
You said like he was trying to see a test to see if they would show any hesitation. I thought you said somebody
That's
did.
what, well, it says here on verse 11, it says, But the angels of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. And Abraham said, Here I am. And he said, Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. So
What?
that sounds like he was testing him to see if he would hesitate to sacrifice his son just because God told him to or not. And
Yeah.
because he did not hesitate, that he was like, oh, okay, we know you're gonna do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Still, even in your old age.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Which though, that's a messed up test no matter how you look at it. Like that's
Yeah.
the most twisted test ever. If
Yeah.
it was the Lord, like that's pretty twisted. And that makes me think if it was the Lord, this is why I think like, like you're saying, you can't never tell if it's good or bad. And it makes me think of how I'd be like, God ain't good all the time. God is good and bad because, you know, that was kind of twisted. Like,
Yeah.
even though you stopped him right in time from him sacrificing his son, the fact that you was like, yeah, go kill your son. I want to see something.
Yeah. Let's continue reading so we can kind of understand what happens still.
Okay. So we're at 13, and it
Yeah.
says, And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by his horn. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up as a burnt offering instead of his son. So, and it, I have to just say this too. The most crucial, critical way to sacrifice your son, you was gonna kill him and then burn him up alive. No, not alive. But she was gonna burn his flesh in the fire. That's kind of just it's really sickening.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Abraham called the name of the place, "The Lord will provide," as it said. Wait, yeah, used it. Okay, so Abraham called the name of that place, "The Lord will provide," as it is said to this day, "On the mount of the Lord it shall be provided."
Hmm.
So there's a mountain that says this somewhere. The Lord will provide on the mount of the Lord, it shall be provided. Hmm.
Hmm.
Anyways, and the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time from heaven and said, By myself I have sworn, declares the Lord, because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son. I will surely bless you, and I will surely multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven and as the sand that is on the seashore. Um, and your offering shall possess the great, your offering shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your offering shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Uh,
Hmm.
Wait,
I
I'm gonna read
think
that
it's funny how they
one.
continue to use that analogy. Like, you're gonna have as many kids as the salt of the sand, like by the sand. It's
The
just kind of funny.
sand and the
Yeah,
stars.
sand and stars.
Yeah. But I guess I'm confused at this part where it says, And your offering shall possess the gate of his enemy. Your offering, your offspring. Oh, okay, my
Mm.
bad. Your offspring shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice.
Hmm.
Hmm. So Abraham returned to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba, and Abraham lived at Beersheba. Now, after these things, it was told to Abraham, Behold, Milcah also has borne children to your brother Nahor. Uz his firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Ches, Hazo, Pildash, Jid, Jidlaph, and Bethuel. Bethuel fathered Rebekah. These eight Milcah born to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Oh, these eight Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Moreover, his concubine, whose name was Reumah, bore uh, Teba, Gaham, Tahash, and Maacah.
Interesting.
So, is it saying that
Girl, they just want us
after?
to know. I feel like that there's been a lot of generation being born.
Yeah. Well, I think right here in this section is saying, because remember, he just said that you're going to have offspring as the stars of heaven and the sands of the sea, and your offspring shall, and your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. So I feel like this section here is just saying, like, they might not be directly born of Abraham, but because they have connection to Abraham,
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty much like his offspring.
Oh, okay.
That's what I kind of am picking up on.
That makes sense. Whew. Makes sense.
And all these names are going to be like part of these different nations. That's my understanding.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I could see them too in the future, like all kind of dividing up again, like
Mm-hmm.
going to other places. How it seems like a pattern that's been happening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if we look at, you know what I think about too? I don't know, have you ever heard of a lady named Abraham Hicks?
No.
Well, you should look her up. She's actually really interesting. So I'll speak a little bit about her. So Abraham Hicks, her real name is Esther, which is really funny because Esther is another name in the Bible. And this name has been popping up a lot for me. And I don't know a whole lot about the woman Esther in the Bible just yet, but I just know that she's been popping up a lot for me lately. But this lady Esther, she goes by Abraham, and so the way that she does, she speaks to like a crowd of people. She's like a speaker.
Oh, okay.
But the way that she speaks to people is like as if spirit is speaking through her to the people. And so, and she talks a lot about like kind of like the law of attraction, how to detach your mind from the reality, how to focus on the feeling that you desire that's going to attract what you desire. Um, and she goes by Abraham.
Mm.
So which is interesting to me because like a lot of times she's talking about like well, I guess I put the dots together that she goes by Abraham, which is the spirit that communicates through her to the people,
Mm.
and this spirit is supposed to be the grandfather the of all of us, like all of us are supposed to be the nation under Abraham.
So,
So
yeah. Are you done with that statement?
yeah.
It's interesting that you're saying that, but what's also coming to my head, I'm a Walking Dead fan, and they made a new spinoff with what is his name? How did I forget his name? Daryl Dixon, and one of the scenes was he went to a church. They're in France. He went to a church. It's a community for nuns, and and they have a boy there that's kind of like hidden secret, and they're like the nuns believe that somebody is coming to save this gonna come save this child. They're gonna take him and bring him to a safe place because those nuns know that it's not the safest place there where they're at. Somebody can overtake them pretty quickly. And this boy, they think he's a prodigy, like a messenger. They think he's a messenger of God, and they think that because he has like wisdom and knowledge way beyond his years. And I
Mm,
think the a famous pastor or priest or something has been educating and putting knowledge into this man, a lot of wisdom that he has, and passing on to him. But
mm,
he's also, the kid's just really smart, like beyond his years. He knows a lot. I think I can't remember if they said he spoke a couple languages or not. I think he did. He spoke English in France, but I don't know what other languages. But he's just really smart, and they're protecting this kid at all costs. Like that's their purpose at that place right now is to do that. But anywho, that's what kind of brought into my mind when you started talking about that lady and she calling herself Abraham and all that stuff that came to my mind. So I just wanted to share that with
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
That's really interesting talking about
Mm-hmm.
prodigies and prophecies
Yeah.
because I mean, Walking Dead. I never got to that movie. I mean, that show because I tried to. I honestly
Yeah.
did, but you know, me and zombies don't work.
Well, real quick though, I will say because the seasons are long. There's a bunch of them, and I've watched them all. But I
Yeah.
will say this is the more intense on a religion aspect. There hasn't really been like there's been some weird religion. I'm gonna say weird because like cults and stuff,
Hmm.
but this was on some like nuns. They're coming from pure heart, and they really believe this man is a messenger. I will say there ain't been nothing in that aspect,
Mm.
so that's some big importance. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
the director got a message or whatever, the writer to incorporate that in there.
Well,
So
what I was gonna say off of that is like you talking about Walking Dead, which is kind of a representation of like, you know, the end times. Is kind of what I think. You
yeah.
know, there's like apocalypse because you got to do whatever to survive.
Mhm.
Which, you know, at that point, it makes me think of like some of the stuff I heard of the Book of Revelations. Is like in the end times. I don't even know if this is in the Book of Revelations, but it is in the Bible somewhere where it says in the end times there's going to be young people that prophesy and old people that have visions or dreams.
Yeah.
And um, you know, that's kind of what it made me think of. You know,
Okay. You said old people, or you said anybody having dreams?
there's going to be young people that
Oh,
prophesy, and then there's going to be older people that have visions or dreams. I can't remember if it was visions or dreams, but it was one or the other.
that's interesting.
Hmm.
They do say like kids have a stronger connection with source. I think because they haven't been influenced, right? They haven't really been heavily influenced, or
Yeah,
um, the
they
mindset
still
hasn't
got
really shifted that hard. So they always
they
have
still
a strong
got the pure essence of the soul.
that right there, and yeah, and that's why we got to treat the kids, with respect. Treat the kids,
Yeah,
put into them what we wish was put into us, right?
for
Basically,
real.
because I think way too many parents and generations have been holding on to way too much stuff, and they, you know, have that around the kids.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely think that it made me think about like, you know, they'd be like, kids don't know anything. They come in this world completely blind and they gotta relearn everything or they have to learn everything. You have to teach them everything. And I do believe like, you know, because the human brain, you do have to learn, but I think that the soul, the DNA of the soul carries its own information. So it's not that they don't know anything, they probably know a lot, but to express it and then to like how to express it with the type of environment that they're growing up with and the people that they're raised around is probably different.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. So I'll call that a successful study today.
Honestly, yeah. This is a whole vibe.
Hmm.
It's so bright. I know. I don't know how I'm looking this whole camera, but it's definitely hard to look at the camera. I can't see myself. My phone basically went darker. Whenever you
Oh
put
yeah,
an iPhone in the sun, it does a little tint
yeah,
and it goes
yeah.
darker. Um, but yeah.
You look good.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Even though you can't see me.
I know. I basically be just looking like around the camera, like she's
It'd
like,
be
"What
like
camera?
that.
La La Land." Yeah,
Taco.
yeah,
Taco.
because there's definitely a lot of homeless people out here.
Yeah, I kept seeing somebody walking behind you.
Yeah, yeah,
But as long as he was staying back there, you know.
yeah. I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be funny if you relook when we were talking about when he was about to sacrifice his son. Boy, the man made some noise. Watch it. I got terrified, girl. Jumped out of my body and came back into it. Okay,
Oh, like he
like,
could hear us?
girl, like, no, he couldn't. He was just doing something, and he happened to make some noise at the exact time that
Oh.
I'm already like, I read ahead of you, so I already spooked myself out because I was like, what jaw dropping moment, like,
Yeah.
and then I heard, and I'm like freaking out inside, and then he made a noise, girl. You know I can't be watching those scary movies, and I'm like, this thing gonna turn into a whole scary movie scene. I don't like it. It rubbed me all the wrong
This
way.
girl talk about it. You know I can't watch those scary movies, but be watching The Walking
That
Dead. Like what the fuck?
ain't even that scary though. But sometimes I don't really want to watch it, but sometimes I do. Yeah.
Sure, it's scary enough for me. I can't do zombies, man.
Um,
That's a
I will
quick
say I do have
way to have me a heart attack.
sometimes.
I think that if we ever had a zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna be one of the first to
I
go
would know
because
what to do. I don't
these
watch
ankles don't.
survivor shows, apocalypse movies, uh, people who are paranoid and be having their own supply set up. Like, yeah, I know the first thing we gotta do and what we gotta
I
do
mean,
and where we gotta go.
it's like though. It's like yeah, you know what to do, but like at this point, if everybody gonna walk around half dead, which I'll be thinking that's already happening low key,
Oh
but that's a
yeah,
different conspiracy. But if everybody gonna walk around literally dead but still walking and just trying to eat me alive, like what's the point of living at this point? Like I can't be
maybe
comfortable. I gotta be on edge of my sleep. Like there's no point.
maybe you're trying to survive for like what's gonna come after all of that. Like maybe eventually it'll all go away to read like after the flood and then everything got new again and stuff. Like maybe that is why you're hoping that things are gonna change around and we'll be able to start rebuilding the world.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But
I don't think I got that hope at that point. I just don't feel
I
it.
mean, you ain't lying. Like to actually go through that, like I know that's more like you gotta be in a moment to really know your answer. To know.
I feel like I'm pretty present in the moment of life right now, and I got a good solid answer. It'd have to be something really motivated.
Yeah.
But at this point in my life, I don't think I got that motivation for a zombie apocalypse.
That's
You'll see zombie Lleo.
you like I'm ready.
Just take me first, okay?
Me high.
The only way I can see me surviving is literally if the Lord, it is God ordained for me to survive the apocalypse because there's nothing in my possible will that I could do to survive. Just nothing.
That's funny. Well, we all know what Jess or what Lleo would do in an apocalypse.
I'm going to,
Surrender.
yeah.
She said,
I'll be the sacrifice.
Dang.
Might as well just get it over with, bro.
Yeah. I think the only thing would be if you're able to find some land, some isolated land, and find some solid community like they did in the beginning with Rick. And, you find that family that will do anything for you, and then you'll do anything for them. And then y'all really just work together, and you're living off the land, and you're just trying to keep everything together and keep everybody safe. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be the only way. But you know,
Yeah.
hopefully, we ain't gotta worry about all that. But the
Hopefully.
way things going down, it's not impossible.
I can do ghosts. We can do ghosts. I don't know about the other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about doing ghosts, but you know, maybe manage. Oof. But okay.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no,
Oh
no,
no.
oh no.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Oh. Ew.
I don't know. I don't think I
No.
know. Yeah, it's not like we should end off.
Yeah. I got something to clean up.
Did that laugh like that? I'm mad. That was on
Zane,
camera.
what is wrong with you? Oh,
Oh,
gross.
okay.
He's puking all over my room now.
Oh,
I don't know. He ate.
oh no. Mm.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know. Can we just end it? We
Okay. Bless.
prayed in the beginning.
Okay. Blessings, everybody.
It was a beautiful live. Thank you for your attending.
Bye.
Bye.